What's up, nerds and nerdettes and wee little nerdlings all? It's your buddy Big Johnny G for Two Gun Pixie presents Legendary Gaming. Always at my side. So what's up, everyone? And I want to say thank you for everyone that's been subscribing to Two Gun Pixie, as well as everyone that's been going and checking out our Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter! Very, very cool. And I know a bunch of you have been going checking out our merch, our official Two Gun Pixie merchandise on our Zazzle store. So that's amazing. Thank you everyone that's been buying, but thank you for just looking, taking the time to look. Amazing. You are amazing. Thank you so much. But that's not why you're here. I'm sure you do appreciate being thanked, but that's not why you're here. You're here because today's the last day of 2019. But no, that's not why you're here either. You're here because today brings us Tabletop Takeout Tuesday, my friends. And we are here for the last Tabletop Takeout Tuesday of 2019. And this is a game I wish I had gotten a chance to talk about sooner. But there's been so much going on in my personal life. There's been so much going on game-wise that it's just, it got here a little bit later than I wanted. When I say here, I mean here on video is what I mean. But we have finally gotten a chance to play this game several times. And I gotta tell you, woo! Which of course is why I'm talking about it here on Tabletop Takeout Tuesday. Outside in this nasty freezing rain. I mean, it's coming down like half frozen rain and half just sludge. But I wanted to talk about this anyway. So we're gonna see, as long as the rain doesn't pick up too much, and as long as the wind doesn't get uncontrollable, I'm gonna find a spot down here at the bench, and I want to tell you all about this game that's really surprised us. Well, that's saying it a little bit strongly. Not that it surprised us, but it's not our usual tabletop adventure, that's for sure. We enjoyed this game enough that I want to spend a Tuesday talking about it with you. And that game is published by Bored to Death. We'll also do great board game reviews. But this game, Neon Knights 2086. Combat Racing Sci-Fi game. Alright, so why don't we get down to the bench or somewhere and we'll talk about this. Woo! Neon Knights 2086. So yeah, we had a chance to play this a few times, and I went over it. We did a playthrough, we did a how-to play, and now I want to talk about this game because I really enjoyed this game, and so did the 20-Sided Warriors. What I like about this game is that it is a sci-fi game with this racing element that reminds me of a combination of two things. It reminds me of Twisted Metal, one of the greatest PlayStation games of all time. Well, at least Twisted Metal 2 was. But it also reminds me of an old arcade game back from the 80s called Super Sprint, which is just a racing game, but you could make pickups, you could pick up armor, and you could do the same thing in Neon Knights as you're driving around the raceways. So that reminded me of Super Sprint. A good thing about this game is the fact that it utilizes a unique system considering the fact that these are cars that are racing. And what it does is at the end of your race turn, the player that had the most speed during his last turn, or her last turn, gets to go first next. And this is the build-up to the race. You know, I love the build-up to the race, because the build-up of the race really feels realistic. Because the race happens on Sunday. Sunday at the Motor City Madness Speedway. But from Monday to Saturday, you're working, okay? You're placating your fans, you're getting sponsors, you're upgrading your car, maybe you're upgrading yourself with some cybernetics. Yeah, this game does have a touch of cyberpunk to it as well. And this all happens, you get one action, one day, from Monday to Saturday. And then comes Sunday, the race day. And this will take turn after turn after turn after turn until you get from the starting pole to the finishing line. And that's what I mean is during these turns in the race, the player who shows the most speed last gets to go first this time. And that adds to a bit of chaos, but it's a realistic chaos because you are driving like a maniac. And having to take the turns, I love the fact that you have to down speed to make these turns, otherwise you're crashing into the walls. I mean, if you pull it off, your fans are going to love it. Your fans are going to go crazy. That's another thing that I like about this game, is that it utilizes a fan base. And I think that's really cool. Now, I'm not very big into sports. A little bit of NASCAR racing I got into back in the 80s and 90s, but I think I know enough that the fans are animals. I mean, American NASCAR racing fans are like on a par level with like European sports fans when it comes to, well, fanaticism. And I like the fact that this game includes the fact that you're going to have fans that you're going to have to make happy. You know, sure, you're going to be playing the role of a dancing monkey, I guess, to a small degree, but it's going to pay off. You want to keep the fans happy. And the way everything comes together, the build up to the race day, the race itself is magnificent. The miniatures are okay. I don't think they're the best miniatures I've ever seen, but you know, how often do you get car miniatures in a game? So that was definitely fun. Now, this game says that it plays 2 to 6 players. I just want to say right up front that 2 players, I don't know, head to head, I mean, I understand drag racing, but it doesn't feel right with 2 players. I'm sorry, but it just doesn't. 6 players, wow, let me tell you, this game can get bogged down with 6 players. I think even 5 might be too many. The sweet spot in this game, in my opinion, is 3 or 4 players. And when you have 3 or 4 players, the chaos level of the race itself is magnificent to behold. It really is. The back and the forth, the tension is there. I don't have any racing games. I have I have Odin's Ravens, which utilizes Ravens, so it's completely different. There's no cars or mechanics or anything. So this is really the only real racing game that I own. So I don't have anything to judge it against. But I do know this much right now. I liked it. The 20-Sided Warriors liked it. If you're looking for a racing game, especially if you're a Sci-Fi fan, you are definitely going to want to check out Neon Knights 2086 by Boards of Death.